get the energy up a little bit. Let's get stretched because now we are getting into announcement mode, folks. And the time has come for Jubuary 2025. Early thoughts. I cannot stress this enough. This is not a final plan. There will be a draft proposal that comes up with your feedback, but we want to get onto this call and initially start to talk about some of the ways that the team is thinking about Jubuary 2025.
Sometimes it blows my mind to think about how much capital that is at stake. Because of that, right, I think there's actually a very big debate over that stuff. Sensei was like, okay, hey, Miao, he DM'd me, right? He was like, Miao, I'm looking at how other projects went. I'm really worried that if we actually do this thing, it will tear the community apart. So this is a test. Right, it's a test. It's a test if we will actually come out of either the vote or the whole event stronger or weaker. I'm not going to be here and be like, hey, it's gonna be great. I'm not going to do that.
This is the experimentation mindset.
But I'll be like, I'm going to try my best. Everyone will try their best. My operating principle here is that I really try really, really hard to understand what everyone thinks. Okay, and my main request here is that everyone should also understand where other people think. Okay, that's how we win. We will need the majority of people to understand each other and not selfishly push for their own benefit. We have to push for each other's benefit. And by the way, do not actually insult anyone who doesn't agree with you. That's the kind of thing that will tear the community apart. That's it. Why is it a vote?
It's a great question, yeah.
Why is this a vote?
And I will say in 9 times out of 10, it would not be a vote. It would be just a decision made by the team at a random point. So why put this up for the DAO vote?
Firstly, is that from the first 6 months of operating the DAO, right, and seeing the kind of arguments, the kind of debate from the CWG, from the trial working groups, I mean, people were freaked out by the debate, like, oh, fuck, it's terrible, blah, blah, blah. I disagreed, by the way, right? I was like, it's actually really good. Like, it was actually really, really great that we are fighting or understanding.
Because people care.
People care. Yeah. And then I think I actually understood a lot more.
I think you want small t tension in these kinds of conversations because the thing that kills a community or kills a DAO in particular is apathy. When people are just like, oh, my voice doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what I say. I'm not going to be able to change anyone's mind. If people start to get so close-minded that people feel that it's pointless to share their opinions, that is the real death knell. So the second we have 100% approval of anything, that's when I start to get nervous. Right? I feel much better when there is this kind of tension.
I think the ability to actually be divided but still come out together, right, is the key to resiliency. The second reason why there's a vote is because if it wasn't a vote, I would be much lazier.
It forces a level of intellectual rigor and let's take every scenario into play. Let's take every negative argument into play, or every counter argument, I should say, not even negative argument, and let's take them in good faith. And I think, quite frankly, it's only when you hear some of the disagreements that you're able to design it in ways that accommodate, right? Because some of the disagreements might be well-founded. If you don't ever hear any criticism, then you just design it one way.
Yeah, for sure.
But our idea is always going to be stronger than my idea. This is a fundamental thing of community, I believe.
Yep.
So this is where the vote becomes so important.
Yes, actually. And lastly, the reason to vote is because I think it does come from the community treasury. The team manages 50% and the community manages 50%. So the goal has always been the same, right? For tokens that are going to be released from the community pool, right, there should be a vote attached to it.
I don't know if people are aware of just how crazy this kind of thing actually is, where a massive decision, where a significant part of the token supply is being distributed in ways that we are designing and doing collectively and approving collectively. This is a big deal, folks. This is, in my mind, a major step forward for the maturity of the DAO, for the proper decentralization of the Jubiverse, as more and more people have a say in what's going on. And that cannot be underplayed. This does not happen every day, where things of this scale are being decided by a community, and we don't know which way the vote's going to go. Right?
Yeah, we don't know. I got no idea.